103.1 Unilag FM. This is Girlfriends on Radio.
Yay!
Hi, people.
Hi, everyone.
I caught you on that one.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, my name is Taiwo.
And I'm Anu.
Ngozi here.
Yeah, I think there's a swap this week because last week Anu was missing in action and this week she's missing in action. I know. Alright, then we'll take a musical break real quick. But before we do, let's remind you what the topic of discussion is.
Yeah, we're talking about making relationships last. And we had so many things. We had suggestions last week, and today we'll just be rounding that up for those of us who didn't listen last week. Basically, the tips that we need to, make those wonderful relationships in our lives last.
Yeah, and since this is an ongoing discussion, we'd love to hear from you too. Sure. All right, so you can send us a message on 070-1672-3656, and I'll say that again, 070-1672-3656.
We'll be right back. .1 Unilag FM. This is Girlfriends on Radio. And then you're hanging out with Taiwo, Ngozi and Anu.
Yo.
Again.
Okay, so we're talking about making a relationship last. And last week we, dived into the topic, and then like Ngozi said, probably on the musical break that will continue. Making a relationship last. Okay, so for me, I think that to even start, sometimes ladies, like I'm speaking from personal experience now, we delude ourselves into thinking, well, I can fix a guy. Like when both of you don't have the same principles, you don't have the same values, and then you allow love or infatuation or lust or whatever it is blind you, right? You're thinking, well, I can make him come around, but as you continue in the relationship, months down, you realize that it's just not working. So I would say that to make a relationship last, right, you guys have to be on the same page. Well, not on everything, but at least 80%.
I totally agree with that. And I know that also sometimes we make the mistake of those days when we were young and we used to fantasize about how Prince Charming was, how he's gonna sweep you off his feet, how he's gonna be the epitome of chivalrous, and everything. and then we sort of project that onto, we see someone and we see something nice about him, and then we just say, okay, this guy is perfect. But the fact is that nobody is perfect, and then along the line you start seeing these imperfections. But because you have already built this perfect image in your mind, you can't really deal with it very well, and obviously things start to unravel from there.
I also think that sometimes as ladies, especially for those of us who are really, really loved, hey, hello, yes, who are really, awesomely loved and, totally doted, sometimes we take it for granted.
Yeah. How so?
We forget that guys also want to be told well done and thank you for loving me. And for me, I really had to catch myself on that, because I just used to. I would think to myself that, oh yes, I am moved by words, I hear women are moved by words, and so I'm used to getting all the wonderful words, and I just realized that I don't really tell my husband, that I love him so much, or that I care for him, or well done.
And I think I agree with you too. We ladies are just used to taking. We
feel it's our right. We feel that the guy has to always tell.
And I think we've been schooled to thinking that women are more stimulated with words and guys are stimulated with touch. So as long as we touch them.
No, I don't think it works. And in fact, I read something very wonderful, and I never knew I had practiced it. And the lady said, do something wonderful for someone else your husband or your partner loves. And I remembered one time I just wanted to make my husband happy, and I cooked one very nice soup I know his sister likes, and I gave it to her, and then she called him and he said, wow, I
can imagine how great you feel,
I'm not Yoruba, so getting into the Yoruba family,
like,
and doing all this stuff. Oh man, I felt like I was bootlicking. But how it made him feel, I cannot forget.
How was it that night?
No.
Let's family show.
I'm just asking,
No, but I just realized, men also really appreciate when you go the extra mile for them. It's not just about sitting down and letting them do everything. You may not have the means to do as much as they do for you, but in the little ways you can. I remember once I set a reminder on his phone. I just said, well, Ngozi loves you, and it was on a Nokia phone, a very still in school then, and he changed the phone, and you know they should use it as a Nokia story. It moved. He changed his Nokia phone, and then the reminder moved to his new phone. And then
how did it?
You know, you set a reminder on the phone, and then maybe it just transfers. I didn't even know it was recording.
Maybe it was on. I don't know how that works.
Like,
you know, like you set. Yeah, he set it on the phone, and then he transferred his contacts and everything. You know, the SIM and everything, and even the reminder, the message moved, and he said, "Oh, because then he got it when he was outside the country."
So sweet.
Oh no.
I also like to bring up another point too, that sometimes like relationships they all have their challenges, right? And then no matter how much in love you are with somebody, sometimes you get some quirks that would piss you off. But I think that at this point, whenever you have frustrations, the way you go about, you know, communicating that frustration is very key, because you might think that you're used to this person. You might think, after all, this person knows that I love them, or I've been with this person for so long, so it really doesn't matter. But words do hurt. Words have so much power that when you're trying to communicate something like probably you left the toilet seats up or something, right? And then you go, you're always doing it, you're just dirty, like you might just be saying it out of frustration, but it's going really, really deep. And we ladies can just, especially, we just go on and nag
and more importantly, knowing your partner and knowing their the temperament and what they take. There's some guys, you know, all guys have this ego thing. There's some guys that have it higher degree. You need to know who your partner is. And I feel we're just talking about guys now. We're supposed to talk. We should balance it. It goes both ways. Ladies need flowery words. We need, like, that's just basic. We need to be told how special we are.
We'll take a musical break. Sorry. We'll take a musical break, and when we come back, we'll start with the flowery words. Okay, we're just having a very interesting argument in the studio. Like, what was started talking about, you know, ladies and gifts giving.
Yes, you know, we expect a lot sometimes. I know somebody who gave her husband singlets and she earns 600,000 money for Val's Day. Singlet and a perfume, maybe a 10k perfume. Girls, I beg, wake up.
I feel it's just because, you know, we feel that we're the ones that need to be pampered and we need to be bought the expensive things. But the fact is that it works both ways, and it should work both ways. The same way you feel that because he loves me, he should appreciate me and buy me something very, you know, of a lot of value.
You know, ladies always feel entitled to wonderful gifts. And like you said, like, I don't know where we got that singlet buying him from. Like, why are you buying him briefs and singlets? That's so embarrassing. And then you expect him to buy you this and buy you that. Like, guys also want to be spoiled with gifts.
Exactly. And then if it's not the ones that are buying singlets and briefs, it's the ones that are thinking, okay, I'll send him a sexy text message, I'll give him something. Go out and spend money on him.
But then again, I think it's not about, because guys' things are pretty expensive, you know. True. So I'm thinking, for a guy who really likes you, it's not even about how expensive the gift is, it's how thoughtful it is.
If I know that my guy likes an expensive wristwatch, okay, and I want to be thoughtful, I will save for it. That is me being thoughtful. Do you understand?
You can give him, it depends on your pocket. You can give him a favorite, you know, CD, or you can give him a body massage that probably when he's really very married before you do that. Exactly. Like, if he's very tired and then you know that he would really like a massage, that's a gift.
Okay,
really?
So you can cook him his favorite.
And if you're gonna go back and watch the massage, you know, and say, oh, this was a massage that she gave me for my last birthday. It's so beautiful. It's like a precious massage.
But I think for ladies, we're just not schooled to buying really, really large things. We think about the kids, so we are thinking, if I spend all this one on my husband, my children will call.
It's true, but I think balancing it is just how thoughtful it is. Key. I think we're talking about the words that we speak, you know, to our husband. Because, you know, there was a time after I quarreled, you know, we had settled it. My husband just called me and said, you know, you really say hurtful things when you're angry. You know, you can't afford to go all the way. We are fine now, we've settled it, but you know, those things that you say, you can't take them back. And I just learned from me that you know you really can't take them back. You know you don't mean them, but you're angry and you want to hurt the next person.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I think it's a lady thing, because for me, I there's sometimes I say things to someone that I'm very like into, and then the next time I'm thinking, why did I say all those things? Because I didn't mean it that way.
Because
but once
our
they leave
tongue
your
is
mouth,
like a weapon.
Yeah.
You know, we
Like
use
your only weapon.
we use it as a weapon, and we know, and our words cut so deep, and sometimes it just comes. It's just spontaneous, like. The only way I can think of hurting you back,
yes, right
making
now,
me feel this way is just to say
but
something.
guys
really
don't
bad.
do that. They weigh their words before they speak. So when guys argue with their women, right, they don't just open their mouth. They would rather walk away. And I think we can learn one or two things from that.
They pay back by actions, okay?
like clapping.
No. That is out of
That
it. That is out of it. By starving you of the things that you really like,
Or like ignoring
phone
you,
calls,
like ignoring you,
like
that's
phone calls,
worse.
like not exactly. That is worse.
That's
you know?
painful. That's painful. So I think, ladies, and it's good that we're talking to ourselves now, because really sometimes we say things that we don't mean, but once it's out, you can't take it back.
You can't.
No take backs.
Talking about generally other things that we can do to make relationships last, you know, it's also about being open. You know, truly.
That is a key one.
Being very open, and of course having a good time into it too.
Let's take a musical break, and when we come back, we'll get into Ngozi's what it means to be open. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll be right back. Okay, so Ngozi was saying something about opening the lines of communication.
Yeah, truly. We as ladies, we always feel like we are entitled to our secrets. Yes, we are. But when we get very connected with people, and then we're talking serious, we're talking about marriage, we're talking about taking it to the next level, it's time for us to be open about the way the things that have happened in our lives, the way we feel about people that we are also in relationship with, the way we feel about their work, their family. It's also good to be very open.
I think that it's not like only good. I think it's absolutely 100% necessary. In fact, if we're saying how not to make a relationship work, we'll say don't be open or hide things. Because I've had so many encounters with people and heard so many things. So many problems started with secrets, keeping secrets and not being open. I remember a lady who actually had I won't say a fling or something. She had an affair with her boyfriend's friend.
Yeah.
When they were not, I think they were on a break or something, and then they came back and started taking things seriously, and they eventually got
Married.
No, on the verge of before they got married, as they were engaged, they already set the date, and then it came to light that this had happened. And he still had to marry her, but it's not just the story doesn't end well.
I don't know how. I was telling Anu in the car that this is a hoax, but let me just share it. I sent you an email. I don't know if you saw it. Okay. So about this guy suing his wife for giving birth to ugly kids, and then he was so certain that she cheated on him, and then the truth came to light that she was ugly from birth, and she had to do $62,000 worth of plastic surgery to be that beautiful. And then so the guy felt like you deceived me into marrying you. You're a very ugly person, and you've given me ugly children, and so
who I have to invest on.
And then the judge actually saw that the judge was on his side and got the woman to refund the guy like $72,000. Whatever.
That is like an incredible story. If it's true, then seriously.
It has to be because it doesn't make any sense. Like these are your kids, for God's sakes. But it's all over the blogs, and I'm like, for real?
But you know what? Let's be real, girls. Do you know there's so many ladies out there who have never shown their boyfriends their natural hair? Their boyfriends don't know. They only see them on braids. They only see them on weaves.
And let me even tell you something. That one is even good. Natural. I mean, they've not seen your hair. I was reading me and my blog reading. I saw something again, and this one is even real, right? About
Nigerian.
girls. Yes, hymen. Yes, hymen. So let me tell you about the hymen. So if you are not a virgin and your guy likes virgins and you have been lying to him that you're a virgin, there's a new hymen in town. The hymen is, you can easily insert it into your vagina, sorry to say, and then there's blood inside already packaged, but you don't see, it doesn't even come in by the time you insert it. It's there. So even if you don't have sexual intercourse for 3 weeks, it's in there. But the moment you have sexual intercourse with this guy,
Taiwo, you're not helping.
blood comes on the bed.
So look, the fact is that there's so many contraptions and things that will make you, you know, there's that artificial hair you can spray. If you have like a funny receding hairline, you can spray artificial hair on.
Yeah.
There's so many
So
artificial
there's now
things.
fake hymen. So you just go in on the hair, and then the blood comes like normal, and you just.
I've heard about fake hips. I've heard
There's
about
fake bum bum. Everything. But the fact is that if you're going to be serious with this guy, you need to let him see you, because the day he does, oh good.
I think it's fundamental for us to be whole women. As in your whole, despite the fact that you've been raped before, despite the fact that your bum is flat, or your boobs are big, or some, you just have to be whole from your spirit.
Exactly.
I know, and that's what God does for us. Really, He makes us understand that, you know, I made you like this. I made you with your hair chopped in front or something.
You have no say to your physical beauty.
And
like
if
it was God that
cannot
made
see
you.
past that into your beautiful
not
soul,
worth
then
it.
it's not for you.
And then the relationship becomes so fragile because you're almost so cautious.
Always.
When he touches it, you're like, don't touch me.
Exactly.
Make him.
Oh, you want to put tissue inside your way.
No, please. But I think maybe just keeps the guys off, because by the time you remember that this thing is fake, you make sure he doesn't go there.
And that's why so many women give ladies a bad name, because guys think that we're all the same.
No,
But we're not
all
all the
plastic,
same.
you
We're all
know.
plastic, but we're not all plastic. And I know that sometimes, you know, we're in the studio, we all have fake hair on, but still, we're trying our best.
I think his husband knows what I know.
Exactly. I know that, you know, there are some guys that, you know, that okay, fine, a lady has to look very nice when she goes out and everything.
True.
But let him see who you truly are. You know, and if you're, you know, if he truly loves you, he would love the way you look.
And I think
you
those
know?
quirks is even what, you know, there are those things that make us individuals, make us special, you
Exactly.
know. We have to leave now, time is up, but we'll continue next week, because I don't think we've even got
No,
it
we
in
haven't.
there yet.
We haven't.
Yeah. Sorry we can't take your text message, but just keep it coming. Next week we'll definitely get to that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Goodbye. Bye.
Have a
Bye.